Our B group now are on circuit. So what we will see in this second group of DRS100 drivers is Harry Graham, third in the championship. Thomas Harvey we haven't seen yet. Nicky Taylor we haven't seen yet either. Certainly three drivers who we would expect to be towards the sharp end this weekend. The championship standings tell us that they'll be towards the sharp end. So keep an eye out for numbers 1, 8 and 4. Thomas Davidson as well, 8th in the championship, number 100, will be within this group, we would expect. So through they come then. Just looking at Nicky Taylor down below us. He's just about to start his first flying lap as well. So very early stages here. There is the 116 of Jack Rigg. We follow him down towards Raymond's. This right-hander, this final corner. It's fairly heavy braking zone. It's a great opportunity for overtaking. I'm sure we will see some late manoeuvres into Raymond's later on this afternoon. And the early pace setter then is the 8 of Thomas Harvey. So Harvey and Davison. Harry Graham third fastest at the moment. The 9 of Ben Gartside, 11th in the championship. Fourth fastest out there at the moment. They've still got some 7/10 of a second to make up if they want to get on terms with Callum Gunning. Gunning a 44.9 was the fastest lap in the first qualifying session this morning. As Jack Rigg moves up to second then. So Harvey still fastest. We expect these times to start to tumble as they go through laps 3, 4, 5. Indeed, Harvey has gone 3/10 faster now, 45.3 for Tom Harvey. See what sort of response we get from Davison, and now Nicky Taylor, 45.4 for Taylor, and that was his first flying lap as well. So Taylor and Thomas Harvey both making very strong starts to this B group qualifying session for the DRS100s. Still got an awful long way to go. There is fastest man on circuit. Really low hand position for Thomas Harvey. He comes right under us now. We're positioned right on the start-finish line here at Llandow. Got a great vantage point from the tower here. So Harvey then, 45.2. So he's got about 2.5 tenths, 3 tenths maybe, to get on terms. Remember, he's not just scrapping with the drivers on circuit, he also wants to scrap with the drivers from the first session as well. So the likes of Callum Gunning, who was quickest in the qualifying session A. As we look down at the 137 of Owen Johns, look like in a bit of a problem there, Owen. Certainly circulating fairly slowly. Currently in 14th place at the moment, 3.5 seconds or so behind the fastest driver on circuit, and Harvey has gone faster again. So Harvey then a 45 flat, so now he's in real close proximity to where he needs to be. If he can duck under that 45-second barrier, he's on terms with Gunning from the first session. Harry Graham then 1/10 further back, and then Davison, who's displaced Nicky Taylor, and Rigg has also displaced Taylor. So Taylor's gone from 2nd to 5th, and now Taylor's in traffic as well. And he didn't manage to get through, did he? Just lost them as they went through didn't look like he certainly dived down the inside. I think it was Owen Johns that he was just trying to find a way past. I think he maybe just got caught in behind him, Nicky Taylor, so that's probably an abandoned lap for Taylor. He has managed to get past now. Just give an idea of how much that cost him, that manoeuvre. It cost him, yeah, best part of 2 seconds, that failed overtaking manoeuvre on Owen Johns. So here is the number 1 of Harry Graham, 3rd fastest so far, looking to get around a 10th and a half to get back on terms. It's a great onward shot, isn't it, as they head down into the final corner at Raymond's, disappear back into the chicane, into the hook, and then down towards this long left-hander. Takes them into the stadium section, if you like, the complex section. It takes them from, and we've got contact at the top of the circuit, so we've got a spinner at the top of the circuit actually on the way through Raymond's, the 137. So that's Owen Johns. He's had a fairly dramatic qualifying session, hasn't he? And just looking back at Graham, has a little weave at the top end of the circuit, just trying to get a bit more pace, is it? A bit more heat into the tyres. I tell you what, he's waiting. So Harry Graham is waiting for a tow here. So he's just trying to put himself into a position where he can get after somebody. The next in line was Nicky Taylor, so he's going to try and get on the back of Taylor. We're just looking back at a replay. Oh, he went wide. So Harry Graham went wide. That's why he was weaving at the top of the circuit, just trying to get the debris and the grass off the circuit, just pushing a little bit too hard. It's actually very rare that you see drivers come off the circuit like that. The amount of mechanical grip that these karts drive into the tyres, quite rare that you see them come off the circuit like that. But Graham really pushing to the extreme. Now what he's trying to do is chase the number 4 of Nicky Taylor. Now Taylor's back in 5th at the moment. Oh, even faster from Harvey, 45.033. So he's now within, just about half a tenth of a second from Callum Gunning from the first session. So Harvey is really starting to push now. Just keep an eye on Graham as well, because Graham's within touching distance. If he can use Nicky Taylor for a tow here, with 2 minutes to go. Now, I'm not sure this is doing Nicky Taylor all that much good, really, because all he's doing is in clear air. I understand that. But he's just allowing for Graham to really start to push after him. He really wants it the other way around. He wants to be on the back of... He wants to try and be on the back, if he can, of somebody like Graham or Davison in 2nd or Harvey in 3rd. There is Davison, 2nd place at the moment. 45.2 almost for him. And the other driver on the move, up into 4th place, is the 101 of Dylan Brearley. So Brearley then, up into 4th, 3/10 slower as Taylor goes to 5th. And here goes Graham up into 2nd place. So just as we were saying, that tow from Graham onto the back of Nicky Taylor, despite Taylor doing his personal best, the tow has helped Harry Graham. And he's now within a 10th of a second of Thomas Harvey, who is the fastest man on circuit at the moment. And Harvey's just slowing down, maybe just to try and get one last flying lap. Just looking at Harvey now. I'm just looking down at the number 9 as well, just to see where Ben Gartside is 7th place at the moment. Jack Rigg is 6th, then Taylor is in 5th. They're all fairly close behind, and now Taylor says, I've had enough of you chasing me, Harry Graham. I'm now going to roll reverse here and try and get you to give me a pull around this Llandow circuit. So Taylor then now trying to stalk Harry Graham. Will Graham allow that, or will he back out of the lap as well? Remains to be seen. Graham and Taylor, keep an eye on these two, because they've got probably the most scope at the moment to get on the chase between each other. We've only got 30 seconds or so remaining. I'm just looking down now at Thomas Harvey. He's coming through Raymond's now, an overstart finish to begin another lap. Doesn't go any faster this time round, and he will get one more lap in. They'll all be about to start their final tour of the circuit, and Nicky Taylor's done a good job here. This tow from Harry Graham has done him no harm at all. He's now 45.2, and Taylor up into 4th place. And can he do anything on this last lap? Can he get a last lap push? Nicky Taylor, the 14-year-old from Norwich, we're getting them to come through to complete the session now. So Rig doesn't go any faster. Brearley no faster, 5th and 6th for them. The top 4 are still on circuit and still on flying laps. Let's just keep an eye on them. Here comes Harvey then, through Raymond's. He had to deal with the yellow flag, probably won't have helped him. Does he go faster? No, not this time. Here is Harvey, here is Taylor then, with his last lap. Does Taylor go any quicker? No, and Graham's backed out of his lap as well. So it was all built up for a big finale and nobody went any faster. So Harvey, 45 flat, fastest of the qualifying session B, but not fastest overall, because it was Callum Gunning, 44.9, who was the fastest. What it does tell us is that the DRS100 drivers, there is probably about 2 tenths between 6 or 7 of those drivers, and it leads us into some very interesting racing indeed later on in this class as the rest of the field head towards Parc Fermé, head towards the scrutineering area, head towards the post-race checks. And well, 2 excellent qualifying sessions for the DRS100 drivers. There is the fastest man from that session, Thomas Harvey, number 8. Again, done his championship aspirations no harm at all. He's currently in 4th place in the championship. And we've got just a couple of minutes to go before our final qualifying session of round 7. That's for the DRS125 drivers. The schedule tells us that it is set for 11:05. So we'll be back with you in just a few moments' time for our final qualifying session of the day, the DRS125s.